Alright, so just in case anybody has any questions, I thought I'd go over how to go about trying to do this transcendence thing, because that's kind of the whole point. So, the first thing that you need to do is you need to have awareness of your three selves. You need to break off from the mind as awareness to understand that the mind is not you. You are not your thoughts or your feelings. You have to break off from the body and understand that the body is not you. You know, the feelings and sensations and phenomena that you have, are something that you experience, but they're not you. And so you have to understand that awareness exists, and that's your real self, if you want to choose any of them to say real. Let's not get into that. So once you understand that you do have all these three different aspects of yourself, three different places where you can kind of be. That's why I call them the three different selves. It's because it's three different places where your awareness can reside. Once you have all of them, then you have to get used to being in each of them. You have to understand what it's like to be aware without, thinking about anything too hard, not paying attention to your thoughts is what I really should say, and not paying attention to your body necessarily, just being aware of all the things that are happening without paying attention to anything, right? And you have to be a master of the mind, too. You have to be able to control your thoughts and have, a pretty good understanding of yourself and your habits and what your likes and dislikes are, what your addictions are, what your triggers are. You have to know all of these things and understand them all. And you have to know what, kind of what you want to do. Look up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Look it up and just read it from the bottom to the top. And wherever you start to feel a little bit shaky, like maybe you don't quite have that 100%, that's where you should start to, look at and think at more, to try to improve the mind more, right? To get the mind more in alignment with what is good for the self. So you follow Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and that's where you kind of set your goals at first, okay? So that's where the mind is. So then you have the body. Now the body has kind of its own desires and wants and needs. If you have a sweet tooth, or you have a smoking habit or whatever, that's kind of mental and physical at the same time. So the body is part of that. So you have habitual muscle memory that goes through the body, and you have to change that habitual muscle memory over time by actively moving your body around, by paying attention, by using your awareness in your body, by living as your body. See? Then you move the muscles, then you change your muscle memory, and those muscle memory changes need to be in favor of the goal that you have, the goal that you set with your mind for the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? So those are working together. The mind and the body are working together on one goal. Alright, so far so good. Let's see. So once you get high up enough on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, or if you get if you have a decent enough life, you're basically fine. If you have food and water and people that you like and a job and you're stable, then that's basically all you need. Then you can start to work on self-actualization, which is a part of this. Once you get to self-actualization, the way that I kind of look at it is self-actualization is the complete focus of the mind and body working together. Doing everything that you want to do, everything's good. And then above that is self-transcendence on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, not my transcendence. There's self-transcendence. It has the pyramid up, and then it goes up this way to transcendence. And that is essentially the awareness thing. That is essentially awakening, non-duality, blah, blah, blah. The other thing. See, I keep telling y'all, it's self-evident. All three of them are self-evident. So, anyway. So the awareness, once you have that, once you have these two unlocked, then the awareness kind of becomes unlocked, as it were. You're able to perceive it easier. And then you can be your awareness and choose your goals, choose your mindset, choose your attitude. You can decide if you want to be an optimistic person, if you want to be a I would say, if you want to be good at some skill or something, if you want to love this person or that person, you're kind of more basic things. You're more like closer to your moral code, closer to your religion, closer to things that matter to you deeply, right? And so you can decide on those things just kind of in a theme, in a direction that your mind can then pick up on. The thoughts that pop up with the mind will follow the theme or direction that awareness has kind of put into place. So those two are working together. See? So far so good. So the awareness sets the theme, which the mind picks up on to create the thoughts, which kind of creates the sense of self. Anyway, so those thoughts create your new goals and your new ideas and the new things that you want to work on or improve. And then those things get, transferred to the body, because the body, it's all the same thing. The body starts to follow those goals. You try to improve those, muscle memory habits through the body to improve your goals as the mind, which follows the theme you've set as awareness. And so now you're on a path. Now you're steering the ship. Now you have a rudder, and you're going somewhere, right? That's good. Then never get out of alignment again. That's really hard. It's really hard. But that's basically how you get to transcendence, is that just that line, Once they're all lined up working together, then suddenly, you kind of come to a realization that you're here in this moment and you're doing everything that you need to be doing right now. So you're happy with what you're doing, and you are still moving towards your goals and still thinking of new goals and things and still moving your body around and doing whatever you want. And so you're still actively moving toward it, and you're still planning for the future, and you're still judging the feeling of what's going on with your awareness, and you're judging it as following the path that you laid out, right? So it's all working. And then you can live there for a while you're accomplishing whatever the goal is. Guess that's it.